here we go. Cadillac Celestiq. Let's pull this up. Here we go. And once again, it looks like a massive. The windows are just all wrong. You know, you got the A-pillar, open daylight window, which was really bad if you can see it from here. It's just in bad. It's just really, really bad. This is really, really bad design. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure at GM and up in Detroit, what were they thinking about? Who smoked that extra bag of weed? And who took too many pulls when they passed it around? You know, I think you had it halfway right with the Escala concept. And then you turn around and did this. And sometimes GM will shoot themselves in the foot. This is not a cool shape. I'm not sure on what artboard. And when you guys had these multiple meetings, and you had the small little model, and then you had the big model, at some point, when did somebody was going to say, that's some bullshit right there? At what point? And we're not even going to talk about the pillar. Look at that. Like who does that? Look how big that thing is. Who does that? You know, it's just a walking nightmare. And it doesn't look sexy. It's supposed to look sexy from a 3/4 rear. It's supposed to look sexy. There's nothing sexy about this. Okay, that rear end, listen, no man wants that kind of a rear end. Especially if you're a rear end guy. No man wants this. You know, your car's supposed to be the hot sexy. Look at the size of that open daylight window. And just let you know, they refer to this area as the ODL, the open daylight window. Look at that thing. You can fit your whole head through there. Some kid could fit his head through there. If you're going to make the ODL look right, make it look right. But look at that. You can go through the drive-thru and order from this ODL. And I can't. You know, and they were just messing up the whole time. So if you can see, this is really bad. Let's go back to that. There's nothing cool about this. Absolutely nothing cool about this. You know? Like they was okay here, right to there. The car was cool. You know, the car was cool. There we go. The car was cool. Right there. Right there. And then y'all turn around and did this. You know, you did that. And I just don't understand. You know, it may look cool from that angle, from a 3/4. You know, it may look decent from that angle, straight back, not knowing how stretched that is, and you can't tell from looking at it until you get here. And you get here. That's when you see that caboose. I mean, how long does that train run? But you know, this is GM for you. You know, they just find a way to fuck it up. They just really do. And they fucked it up. You know, they fucked it up. So, with all that being said, let's now get to this. And here we go. This was our version of the Cadillac Celestiq with some good changes. There we go. So, we're going to turn on the layers. Got the original. So that's what the land boat looks like. You know, this was the original. This is what we just saw, right? This is my version. So, based on the original size, I can only do but so much, but I did still lengthen as you can tell, let me pull this over here. As you can tell from the back, I took away the hatchback, but unfortunately the wheelbase is very long. So, in order to keep some of the proportions and kind of switch a little bit, yeah, my window goes all the way back. You know, maybe I could have shot it over here. Did I think about it? Maybe I could have just lengthened it like up to about, let's see, no, go here, maybe right about here. I could have ended that window, but I wouldn't have got the height in the back seat. I would have to slope it down a little bit, and then at that point, I think that the slope and it would have gave more of the same hatchback feel. So that's why I kind of took it all the way back there to open that up. And as you can tell, the ODL right here would be a part of the single panel look. And I think that it looks better aesthetically. You know, how do you make that function? Who knows? So as you can tell, so the other big change besides the rear end where I chopped it, so if you notice, look back, it goes all the way over like a hatchback, and on mine it comes down and it's chopped. And I thought that one of the other CT models had the back right, and I wanted to emulate that back. In the process of emulating that back, I went and also used the same type of taillights that they use on the Cadillacs to keep it consistent with the other Cadillac vehicles, because this rear end is just a hot mess. So once again, we go back to it, and then the front, we changed the headlights. So we're gonna go back. It has the headlights from the other CT model, CT6 model. So we would do that instead of that. The single light bar going across horizontally, it's not cutting it. But the hockey stick styles on the corners, yeah, that'll work just fine. So as you can tell, we made the wheels bigger, much bigger. And let's do that one more time so you can see. And the wheel well doesn't change at all. Just the tire size and the wheel size. And once again, we would give it that whole VW kind of like Mercedes. Yeah, I knocked it off. I know I did. The door is about the same. The front door is the same size as the original, right? So you can tell the door hasn't changed. But if you look at the back, look at the boat of the Celestiq. We call it the boat. Look at my version. I brought that door, about 4 inches in. And you know, much tighter fit. And I'll admit, also the wheelbase shortened up too. Let's say the wheelbase probably shortened up about 6 inches. And there you have it. You know, the Cadillacs we should have gotten. The Cadillac Celestiq and the CT6 Coupe revision. The 2-door coupe, because remember it was a 4-door before. And I hope you like it. So when you see really bad designs like that, you know, just know that Tate Design Group is here.